Hi everyone, this is my first video speaking English. Usually I speak French, so a little bit of a change today. But currently I'm living in Australia, Perth, so I just decided that I should make that video in English, maybe to reach out to more people, maybe, or yeah. So that video won't be long. I'm just gonna talk a little bit about how I feel about quitting smoking, because I've been quitting for just a few days now. But I feel like shit. I really feel like shit. I'm cranky. I feel on edge. So nothing new here. So if you're trying to quit and you need support, then I guess that video is for you, just to make you feel that you're not the only one feeling like shit, and it's normal to feel like shit for a few days, maybe for a few weeks, maybe for a few months. But from what I know is that the first few days after you quit smoking, it's the hardest, and it only gets easier from there. So you have to get through the first few days, and then it will get better, hopefully. So yeah, today is Wednesday, and I quit on Sunday, so it's only been 4 days. Basically Sunday, because I live in Australia, and then I'm going back to France in a few weeks, so actually next week for a few weeks, and I just decided, okay, maybe it's time to stop. I don't really know what I'm doing it, but I'm just trying to, I guess, to challenge myself to see if I have enough willpower to just stop. And yeah, so I quit on this Sunday. So I mean, it's only been 4 days, so I can go back to it at any time, and I could just go and fucking buy a pack of cigarettes right now, and that's what my brain is actually telling me to do. It's just screaming in my head, that voice telling you, okay, that's fine, just buy another pack of cigarettes, so. But I don't know, I just don't want to do it again. So but yeah, basically feeling is like I feel foggy. I feel normal, it's not like I guess like all the drugs, you can feel really like your body can react in a really bad way. You can feel really strange or whatever. So that's not the case. Like, my body is feeling fine, like physically I feel fine. It's just I just feel like it's basically that's what I'm afraid of. It's exposing my weaknesses, and I guess I'm not really, like, I've always thought that I'm not really good at social interactions, or like big groups of people. It's a bit, it's a bit scary to me. Like, it's not something I'm comfortable with, and probably the last few years I'm okay with one-on-one or just a few people. But when there is more people, let's say there's like a big event or somewhere I have to go, and there's like a lot of people, then normally I would have a cigarette before, after, and I would feel it's like some kind of safety for me, you know what I mean? Like, you smoke, and then you feel like, okay, I've had that smoke, so I'm gonna be okay. And then during the whatever you're doing, you feel like you don't really think about smoking, but then you feel like, oh, that's fine, because when I'm done, I'm gonna go home and smoke a cigarette, so it's all good, But it's like there's a French word for that. It's like a crutch. Yeah, a crutch. It's like helps you before something that you think is stressful, and it helps you also after you're done with whatever this is you're doing that you think is stressful. But when you don't have it, then you are just stressed, and that's scary, because then, okay, so now I don't have the cigarette, so I just have to face that situation that I think is scary. But I also think that that's what I need to quit smoking, because it's makes me feel like shit, and it makes me feel like I want to go back basically to who I was before I started smoking. So my history with smoking. In this video I'm going all over the place, but I started smoking. I'm 29 now, just turned 29, and I started smoking when I was 18, but from 18 to 23 I would only smoke, I would say, socially, occasionally, like just during summer. Just during summer or just during a party, you know, and that was it. And I wouldn't I never felt the need to smoke during the week, during weekdays, you know, like I didn't feel anything like that. So it was only during the weekend, basically, when I was going out. But that was it. Like the next day I would be like, oh, I don't want to smoke anymore, it's fine. And then when I went to the US, I will make another video about my my life in the US and the life here in Australia. But basically when I was 23 and a half, I moved back to the US, and the people I used to live with, they were smokers. But it's not an excuse, because you think, oh, because they are smokers, I'm gonna smoke. And the first month I was there, I didn't smoke, and then obviously that's when I started smoking daily. Like before that, I was only smoking once a week or once every 2 weeks, just socially, and I didn't have that need to smoke during the day. But then it changed because I went to the US. First month, I don't smoke. My friends are smoking, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna smoke, because, you know, basically it's over. I'm not smoking again. But then obviously I remember going out once, and then I just asked my friend, oh, can I have one, just one for the night? And then obviously it started like that, and you know how it is. And then you start buying another pack, and then you buy another pack, and then you start smoking daily. And then I was smoking all the time, you know. And then the problem is, like, many times I thought, like, from 23, so it's been 5 years and a half, 6 years almost, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's fine, I can quit smoking. And then you just realize, no, you can't, because it doesn't matter the moment, doesn't matter what you do with your life, doesn't matter if, you know, you are with people or you are, because I used to think, oh, because I'm with people who smoke, then I'm gonna smoke. But that's not true, because sometimes I just realized I just basically enjoy smoking. It's just something I like, you know. It's not, you know, because when I'm with people who don't smoke, I still want to smoke. When I'm by myself, I still want to smoke. So, you know, it's an excuse, you know. I'm just addicted to smoking, and that's basically the only addiction I have in my life. But that's a big one. And yeah, you can try, your brain tries to find so many excuses, you know. And then there was many times where I could have quit, like moving back to a different country, moving back to France, holidays or whatever, where it's because you're changing your environment, then it's a good time to quit smoking. And you can easily do it. At least it's not as hard, because your routine is a bit changed, so it's a bit easier. But I just couldn't do it. And then you just keep on saying, like, to yourself, next time, and then you go from 23 to 24, 25, 26, 27 years old, 28, 29, and then you don't stop. And then you become that person that you didn't want to become. And then, you know, like when I was younger, I used to look at people sometimes smoking, and they were like 50, 60, 70, and I was like, how can you smoke, and how can you smoke for so long? And then now I just know it's just something that, yeah, you basically, every smoker tries to stop, but then you don't, or you find excuses and you keep smoking, and then you never stop. So and it's sad, you know. And I think the worst part is not even like smoking, it's feeling that my life is controlled by this, like my body and my brain and my everything. Like I cannot do something without smoking before, I cannot do something without smoking after. You also feel bad when you are hanging out with people that don't smoke, because then you feel like I'm the only one who has this addiction, you know. The other people around me, they don't have that urge to actually smoke, so I'm just the only one in feeling like this, so that's bad. And then I don't honestly think too much about my health. Like I know I should, but I don't really think about it. I think it's more like, yeah, the image you have of yourself, that's bad, you know. There was many times where I thought I'm a smoker, and you know, if I was happy with this, you know, you can be smoking and you can be okay with it, then that's fine. If you smoke and then you feel like, oh, I'm a smoker and that's okay, I'm happy to be a smoker, then that's fine, you know. But I've never been happy with this, and I think and that's the tragic thing about being a smoker, is that I think most people who smoke, they want to quit. That's terrible. So you smoke, but the only thing you think about is not smoking, it's quitting actually. So it's bad. I never thought when I was younger, because I was doing a lot of sports, I'm still doing a lot of sports actually. I play tennis on a good level, I swim a lot and everything, so it's not compatible with, you know, the smoking with doing sports. But I know a lot of athletes that smoke, and yeah, but it's not compatible, it's two different things. So yeah, basically from 23 to 29 I just kept smoking, you know. There's many occasions where I could have stopped and I didn't stop, and I don't know, I just felt like I'm gonna try again now. So I'm on day 4, which is not much. I can relapse anytime, but I don't know, I'm just trying to go through the weirdness of not smoking, and I guess, I mean, I know for a fact that, you know, you feel like shit, or you feel a bit weird for a few days, for a few weeks, and then it gets better. So if you can get through the first few weeks, then it's okay, you know. But I also don't want to quit smoking when I'm on holidays and I'm not working, because I feel like this is not good, because this is not what your life is, you know. In your life you need to face tough situations or whatever you're facing on your daily life, you know. It can be tough on you. So when you quit smoking, I feel like you need to do it during your normal life, you know, because then you learn to face those daily challenges without smoking, instead of when you are on holidays and let's say you don't talk to many people, or just at the beach or whatever, and you don't do much. Then yeah, okay, maybe it's gonna be easier to quit smoking at that time, but then you're gonna go back to your daily life, and then you're gonna have to face more challenges again, and then so you're gonna smoke again. So I think it's better to do it in your, let's say, normal life, if you know what I mean. So yeah, so basically that's what I wanted to tell you about quitting smoking. Nothing new here, you know. For those who are watching, then you know how hard it is to quit. And I've tried maybe 300 times. I've never succeeded, because usually it's only for 4 days, 5 days, a week, maybe 2. I remember last time the longest I've quit was like 10 days, and I felt okay, but it was because I didn't have any money to buy a pack of cigarettes. I didn't have any money at all, so I was forced to not smoke. But I don't remember feeling bad. But obviously I don't know why this time would be different. I can relapse when I go out on the weekend, I can smoke again, but I don't know, I just feel like letting go, feeling like, okay, don't smoke and see how it goes, and if you feel like shit, then that's fine, you feel like shit. And if you don't want to talk to anyone because you feel like shit, then that's fine, but then you will get better. So but yeah, my mind is a bit foggy, like I've I feel like it's basically exposing my, what I call my weaknesses, you know, the part of my, the things that I don't like to do, or the you know, being social and being an introvert. Like, for me it's hard, and I usually I do okay, but without smoking I feel like I feel weaker, if you know what I mean. I feel like I'm exposing my weaknesses, you know, at socializing, and it's harder for me to socialize, harder for me to, maybe simply because for me it's not something that I'm comfortable with, and my brain just learned that smoking helps me with that, which in fact it doesn't. It's just me thinking that because I've been smoking for a long time, so I'm linking smoking to feeling good in social situations, but that's not true, because I was not a smoker when I was younger, so, and I was doing okay with this, so, you know. But then yeah, when, you know, it's like it helps me going through the socializing part a bit better, but I know that's not the case. I know it's just fake reality, you know. It's just something that I think is true, but it's not. So I guess it will be challenging for me, but it's also the reward, you know, when you are stressed about something, doesn't matter what it is, and then you know that at the end there will be that reward, which is the cigarette, then you feel good. But when you know that you're gonna go home, and then you go home and there is nothing there, then you feel empty. You feel like, wow, okay, there is I'm just gonna go through something that I don't like to do, and then at the end there is nothing, so I don't, it's bad. But yeah, it's whatever. But yeah, day 4, and I'm gonna keep going. Maybe I will make another video like this in a few weeks, or just an update, maybe not, because I don't post on my channel very often, and I also want to talk to you about other things, advice about living abroad and in Australia and the US as well. So yeah, I just thought I would make one video about quitting smoking. Maybe another one will come, but we'll see. And I'm not even sure that I'm not gonna relapse. So but I hope you enjoyed watching. I hope that if you're also trying to quit, then that's gonna help you as well, and you're gonna feel okay with this, and you're gonna survive, and you're gonna be okay, and you're not gonna feel like shit for too long. And hopefully you will feel much better after a few weeks, after a few days, because what we want when we quit smoking, I think we all want the same thing, is freedom. We want to feel free, and that's what I want really bad. It's feeling free, feeling like I can do whatever I want in life without that thought in my head that, oh, you need to smoke. I want to feel free. I want to feel like the cigarette's not there. It's not part of my life. It's not controlling my life anymore, and that's how I want to feel. And I guess that's the same for you guys. So yeah, we just have to be strong and just keep pushing, and then yeah, accepting that it feels uncomfortable, but it's for the best. So yeah, all right, enjoy your day or whatever you're doing, and talk to you soon. Bye bye.